we are here today to check out the most lethal fighter jet ever built, F-22 Raptor. Recently, I did check out a video about the 5 reasons why you should not fuck with the USA, and I remember this jet coming up as one of the ones that they have, you know, in their arsenal. And I saw this video and I thought, why not go into depth into the F-22 Raptor. Now, maybe you don't know this, but I am kind of, you know, a little bit interested in aviation, so this is going to be a pretty interesting video, to say the least. I mean, I've played games like DCS, you know what I'm saying? I've flown fighter jets before, you know, so I'm an experienced pilot, right? I know how things work. So yeah, I thought this was a good idea, because, you know, this is probably going to be pretty interesting to see how it's built and how the they've made this machine. Now, before we start this video, please be sure to go check out my gaming channel, which is going to be linked in the description down below. I've uploaded a few videos on there, and that's the main reason why I've uploaded a bit inconsistently throughout some of these weeks that have passed. Sometimes, you know, you have to focus a bit more on different things, and, you know, branch out a bit, you know, and do different things. So I've been doing that for a while. Anyway, let's get rolling with this F-22. That is a fucking beaut though. Wait, let me go back. Look at that, man. Ugh! It looks so sick, man. F-22 Raptor. Like, look at that bad boy. Just the form, the way it just... And then the green shit. What is that? Is that the hood thing? For the hood display or whatever? Damn, man. The design of this shit is... That is one bad boy, man. Whew. Oh, look at that.
This is the F-22 Raptor, the most lethal and dominant air-to-air fighter jet in the world. With the ability to fly at speeds upwards of 1,500 miles per hour while carving through the sky with its stealth technology and thrust vectoring capabilities, the F-22 has certainly earned the title King of the Sky. Well, today I'm out here with the Hawaii Air National Guard at Hickam Air Force Base to bring you up close to the F-22 and learn what makes this the most feared fighter jet in the world.
Woof, I'm ready, man. It looks fucking badass, to say the least. Imagine flying that, bro.
Hi, Captain Pete Watt Van Rubink, F-22 pilot with the Hawaii Air National Guard out here at Hickam Air Force Base, Hawaii. Behind me is the 5th generation stealth fighter, the F-22 Raptor.
That looks so cool,
world's
man.
most capable and deadly aircraft. Some attributes that make it so lethal are stealth capability, our super cruise, our sensor fusion, and our ability to have high situational awareness in the current battle space.
So let's break that down. When it comes to stealth capability, the F-22 is coated with radar-absorbing paint called LO, which stands for low observability. This is what allows the F-22 to remain virtually undetected on enemy radar. And by the time it might finally show up, well, it's usually too late.
Wait, that is crazy. I never knew that. So it's the paint on it, what they've coated the plane with, is what gives it its stealth. There's no way, right? It has to be just like an add-on, surely. Or is it just the paint? What the fuck? No way. So you're telling me if I get some of that paint that they used, right? And let's say I buy like a shitty Cessna or something, right? And then I coat it with that. Can I just fly over every single like military base and they won't detect me? Like, that's crazy. Nah, it has to be like something they've added to it, right? To make it more stealthy. Damn, that is pretty interesting. Jeez.
The F-22 is an air dominance fighter, meaning it was designed to outperform and outmaneuver anything. It's capable of flying twice the speed of sound, up to 60,000 feet high, and is extremely maneuverable.
Whoa.
The Raptor comes with 2 Pratt & Whitney F-119 turbofan engines that each produce 35,000 pounds of thrust.
Oh my,
35,000! To maintain supercruise, a term used to describe the ability to fly supersonic without using afterburner. The pilot also has the ability to control the direction of the thrust up and down by roughly 20 degrees in what's called thrust vectoring. This is what allows the F-22 to perform some absolutely ridiculous maneuvers that almost seem to defy the laws of physics themselves.
That is fucking sick.
When it comes to munitions, the F-22 can carry 6 AIM-120 radar missiles as well as 2 Sidewinder heat-seeking missiles. It also comes with a 6-barrel Gatling gun which can fire 6,000 rounds per minute. It's an absolutely fascinating aircraft, and here at the Hawaii Air National Guard,
don't want to be in front of that, do you?
Comprised of both active duty and traditional guardsmen, a concept called total force integration, which was designed to create an even more effective and efficient Air Force.
The Hawaiian Raptors are a total force integration unit, and the Air National Guard is the lead. We have an active associate here, which means that there's 2 fighter squadrons here, with the Air National
Loco
Guard
Lopez.
making up one
That's a
fighter
good
squadron
name.
and the active duty making up the other fighter squadron.
Right, okay. That is so sick, man.
Hey Sam, well welcome back to the jet. I know it's been a minute. Must be good to see the Raptor in person again.
I definitely miss her. She's looking good. It's been a minute. But yeah, this angle.
She's
right
looking
here
good
is
as an
my favorite,
understatement,
right? 'Cause
man.
It's such a massive aircraft, but when you look at it straight on, it just seems to disappear because of that stealth and those angles.
Yeah,
right?
look at that.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's so
not
skinny.
Only was the jet designed to defeat radar via stealth, but actually its signature, when it's pointing at something, really reduces its visual pickup. So,
Wow,
great
that's cool.
observation. When we're pointing at something, it's really difficult to pick us up visually.
Yeah,
Oh,
I've seen it
shit.
before, but I definitely want to give the viewers
That's
a chance
crazy.
to get up close and take a look at this thing.
So if he's aiming at you, you're not gonna see him. AKA, you're fucking dead.
So this is the office space, I guess you could call it, for the F-22. So as you can see, it's a single-seat fighter. No two-seaters ever built. So for your first flight in the Raptor, it's no kidding a solo. With a national asset, so a huge responsibility, but it's a tremendous airplane to fly. One of my favorite things about the F-22 is the situational awareness that we get from all the sensors and data sharing that we have.
Look
And
at
that's
that, man.
kind of all happens in the cockpit, where we have all our displays.
Oh
All
my.
that data information is processed to make it very user-friendly, so we have tremendous amount of situational awareness in the
That
battle.
is so sick,
Must be
man.
one of the best offices in the world, right? And
It's got 70,000 pounds of thrust with 2 Pratt Whitney F-119-11 engines, so it is absolutely a beast to fly. A lot of fun, a lot of
Damn,
power.
man.
Goes where you want it to go, does what you want it to do. Hey Sam, for our tools, we got everything stored internally to help reduce our radar cross section. So we've got 2 AIM-9s, those are IR, kind of within visual range, short range missiles. In the main weapon bay, we've got 6 AIM-120s. Those are thinking medium range type missiles, radar missiles where you're shooting beyond visual range. And then right up here,
That's
we've got
cool.
the gun. It's a 20 mic 6-barrel Vulcan cannon over there. We do have the ability to do air-to-ground stuff, in which we can carry 2x JDAMs or 8x small diameter bombs. But really the bread and butter of the F-22 is going to be our missiles and our bullets.
Yeah, I could
Now,
imagine
when it
that.
comes to the F-22's weapon systems, the technology from
It's not really a
Raytheon
bomber,
what
is it?
supplies
It
the
just
Raptor with the
it's supposed to
munitions it
shoot
needs.
planes, isn't
In
it?
fact,
So
it was
missiles
the
is the way.
F-22 that was recently called upon to blast a Chinese surveillance balloon.
I remember that. Yeah.
Keep objects
Was that an
from
F-22?
this
It
area.
was, wasn't it?
We got 2 Pratt Whitney F-119 engines capable of producing 35,000 pounds of thrust apiece, so that's 70,000 pounds of thrust.
That is
Super capable
man.
engines, very reliable. We're a Mach 2 type airplane that can get us up to about 60,000 feet. Another great asset for the F-22 is we're a super maneuverable airplane. We've got massive flight controls as well as thrust vectoring. What you can see on this engine right here is the nozzles are actually in the open position. Once the jet starts up, those things will actually compress to go 0. And then when we're flying, we can
Oh, look at
actually
that.
manipulate the nozzles to either deflect
Just went
upwards
down.
or downwards. And what that helps us do is just makes us very maneuverable when we're doing BFM, basic fighter maneuvers, so thinking within visual
That's
range,
been
dogfighting
sick,
type
bro.
stuff. So it gives us a great platform to be highly maneuverable and then highly.
Look at that, man. Oh,
All right, well, one of my favorite parts of the F-22 is just how massive these flight control surfaces are. Can you talk a little bit about what these things are able to allow the F-22 to do?
Sure, absolutely, Sam. So like you said, flight controls are massive. The horizontal stabs are actually about the size of an F-16 wing.
Yeah.
They're center point pivot, so we get insane
Holy-
maneuverability off of the horizontal stabs. Another really cool thing about the F-22 is it's fly-by-wire. So for other pilots out there on the traditional Cessna, Pipers, when you do left pedal, that's going to command left rudder. But on this airplane, it'll actually send out the core processor, and the airplane will actually determine what flight controls to manipulate to best solve that pilot's
Ooh.
request input.
so it's automatic.
Absolutely
That's fucking
optimizes
cool.
maneuverability and just makes it a very easy, smooth airplane to fly.
Wow,
Really is
that's
like
sick.
flying a futuristic spaceship, isn't it?
Oh, absolutely. It's
That's
amazing
crazy.
here. I'm just looking at it.
So it's hard to go out of control.
So
with
now that
this
you've had the
thing.
chance to look at the F-22 up close, I say we head inside the squadron to see where the pilots gear up and mission plan before every flight. But it's also more than just the pilot and the jet. Inside this squadron are hundreds of airmen from all different types of career fields who come together to help accomplish the mission.
That's crazy.
So right inside here is aircrew flight equipment. Now you can basically think of that like a locker room, but for F-22 pilots. It's where they all go to gear up before each flight.
Just stepped, got all suited up to go fly. This is the gear we're gonna go fly with, starting from feet to cranium. This is our G suit. This hose connects us to the jet. Once we're under G, this will actually inflate. There are little bladders in here which help from blood pooling in our lower extremities, which helps keep us conscious.
That is crazy that the suit does that.
So definitely need every advantage.
You have to plug yourself into the jet.
The envelope of the F-22. Working up, this is our harness. So we've got a lot of goodies in here. Got some snacks, some radios. In the case we do have to get out of the airplane, we do have some resources to survive on the ground and also coordinate for rescue efforts. Up here, this is our LPU life preserver unit. Once we hit water, this will automatically inflate to keep us floating above the surface. And then here we've got our, effectively, this is connected to our parachute risers in the event that
I wonder if that's heavy. Is that whole thing heavy? I don't think it is, right?
For our parachute.
That would just make the G's a lot worse.
We'll put
if
this
it was
on so we're all
really
calm,
heavy.
happens, as well as our oxygen. So again, this connects to the airplane. We get oxygen supply, and then here the mask. This is where our communication equipment is, where we can talk between each other, as well as in our earpieces to receive.
That is some sick equipment, man.
And of course, if you're an F-22 pilot, you've got to have a rage
Press to
button.
rage.
So here we go.
Is that how they get warmed up?
As the pilot strapped into the jet and the maintainers prepped the aircraft for launch, I was able to get a front row seat for the entire thing. Now, because the F-22 only has one seat, that means I'm not going to be able to go up for a ride. However, the Hawaii Air National Guard wasn't going
Can't you
to
sit on
leave
his
me
lap
hanging.
or something?
In fact, they treated me to the next best thing.
Oh. Next big... What's that going to be? Oh, I can see it take off. Dude, that is so nuts, man. That is sick.
Seeing the F-22 through this video really only gives you a part of the story. But if there was one thing I wish I could convey to you, it's the feeling of being able to watch it blast off in person, standing out on the runway just a few feet away. It is absolutely wild.
That is one sick fucking plane, man. Get the sound of it. Like, look how it just... Oh my
Well, guys,
gosh.
there you have it, the mighty F-22 Raptor.
How does it
This
climb
aircraft
so
will forever be
quickly?
one of my-
Like if you compare it to, like, imagine an old plane, let's say like a Spitfire or something. Like back in the day, the Spitfire was like the best fighter plane, and then you just, you know, speed up like 60, 70 years later. Yeah, 70 years later, and then we've got this bad boy. It's crazy how fast technology and like just the world of like engineering and like us creating shit is advancing so much, man. So it's like, it makes me think, what are we gonna have in another like 50 years? I'm pretty sure we're gonna be at like, we're gonna be on the moon or something. We're gonna be at Mars, like surely, or Jupiter or Neptune or something, and just be flying around in like F-22s, you know what I mean, as our cars. That's how it's gonna be in 50 years, I swear to God, because if we went from like a Spitfire to this in like 70 years, another 70 years, like, you know, you can just wonder, dream of like what are we gonna have. I feel like, you know, we're not even gonna be able to see it because the world's probably gonna go under within 50 years. What a machine, man. And I'm pretty sure this is like, the F-22 is pretty old. It's not a new one, is it? So the first flight was in 1997 and it entered service in 2005. What? 1997. That brings it down. Now it's only 50 years later since the... Right? What? 50 years we went from a Spitfire to this. Dude, that is just absolutely bonkers. That is crazy to think about. This was quite enjoyable to see and to introduce, so that I can, you know, start watching a bit more videos about aviation and planes and whatnot, because I actually do enjoy watching these. It does fascinate me quite a bit. Now, if you did enjoy the video and you did enjoy this reaction, then be sure to like the video and also subscribe to the channel. As always, stay safe, alright, so you can see what comes out in 50 years. Hope you enjoyed, and I will hopefully see you in my next one.